welcome back to Trust in the Chaos. My name is Therese Hartz, your host of The Chaos. As you can tell, I'm in a different location for those of you who follow the channel. I'm actually at work. This is not my classroom. It is a colleague's classroom. My classroom is used during my prep because there's 30 kids in one class and not enough space in the room that I'm currently in. So we trade. It's fun. So, again, I apologize for the delay on this. I shot one last Sunday, and I just hated it. It was awful. It was all over the place, and y'all deserve better content than that. So I'm shooting again. If it seems a little rushed, I really hope it doesn't. I've got 13 minutes left on my prep. So here we go. Today I'm talking about laughter. Laughter is one of the best things you can do for yourself, whether you're depressed or totally mentally stable. It's commonly said that laughter is the best medicine, especially when you can learn to laugh at yourself and let things go. And that's kind of where I'm taking this whole idea of laughter. I don't know, for those of you who follow the Instagram, you saw that I posted a thing a while back about the tattoo on my shoulder. It is based off Proverbs chapter 31, verse 25. She is clothed in strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. And that's kind of my thesis for the new life that I'm in. I'm really trying to let go and let God. And in that letting go and letting God, I'm finding more joy. And I'm finding that I can laugh more. So let me go back and talk about the first part. She's clothed in strength and dignity. A huge part of depression is that you don't feel like you're worth anything. You feel like you have to measure up, and you have to do this and do this in order to be loved. But you don't. You have to just be a person. And you deserve love because you are one, which is really great. And that was, I'd say, my essential struggle when my depression was at its worst. About 16 through like 20. And then about 20 years old is where the second half of my quote and the second half of my journey, which I'm currently in, really took over. She laughs without fear of the future. So let's talk about the fear of the future part. For those of you who don't know what anxiety is, I want to look up a definition of anxiety. Now, everyone has anxiety in terms of everyone gets nervous, everyone has specific times in their life that are more stressful than others. I'm going to talk about the times in which anxiety makes it impossible to live your daily life. So the type of anxiety that I have, and I'll be speaking from my personal experience, is generalized anxiety disorder, also known as GAD. It is a chronic state of severe worry or tension, even without provocation. Those with generalized anxiety regularly anticipate disaster, often worrying excessively about health, money, family, or work. Merely getting through the day brings on anxiety. People with GAD don't shake their concerns, or can't shake their concerns, even though they usually realize much of their anxiety is unwarranted. People with GAD are unable to relax, ain't that the truth? And often have trouble falling asleep. Thank you, ASMR. Their worries are accompanied by physical symptoms such as trembling, twitching, muscle tension, headaches, irritability, sweating, hot flashes, feeling lightheaded or out of breath. Also talk about panic attacks. As I'm shooting this video, my eye is twitching. Can't see it, but I feel it, for the now 9th day in a row, on and off. So that's a new fun development. And there's a lot going on in my life. I'm one of the busiest people because I don't know how to relax. That, and I was given this ability by God to rock a checklist and balance many things at once. One of the great things about my personality is that I can manage a lot. I can get a lot done. One of the bad things about my personality is I generally put myself on the back burner because I fear failure. I fear that I won't live up. My boss put it this way when I was talking to him one day. I never break down. I just become a whirling hurricane of disaster, of anxiety. And I'm like, well, that's really accurate. Thank you, sir. But my boss has really been understanding of where I'm at mentally, same as my assistant principal. So I've been really grateful for all of that. So I plan, as we're doing this, I have 2 different checklists taped to my laptop, which is hilarious. I have something that is known as high functioning anxiety. It essentially means because characteristics. Where is that photo I posted on Instagram? I didn't bring my phone. It means I can do a lot. A lot of people will see me as high achieving, organized, or always calm on the inside. Whereas I'm overthinking. I constantly need for reassurance. I don't know how to relax. Other people kind of think I'm difficult to read. There's a lot of positive and negative. Julian, I want to say his name's Brass, is coming out with a whole book called Own Your Anxiety, which is taking the positive things about anxiety while managing the negative, which is kind of what I like to hope I think about. I'm trying to really let go and let God in a lot of things. And one of the easiest ways I've learned to let go and let God is through laughter. She laughs without fear of the future. Now, there's 2 ways I want to look at laughter. 1, things that genuinely make you happy. You need to do things that fulfill you as opposed to things that don't. As I've said, I'm a very busy person, but all the things I do bring me joy, bring me laughter. And I've really gone through the process of the last year of eliminating things that do not bring joy. I'm like Maria Cotto over here. And bringing in things that do. For example, I was assistant athletic director, on top of everything else at my school, but that brought a lot of chaos and a lot of worry and struggle and strife, and it wasn't worth my time or my money or my sanity, so I got rid of it. And instead, I'm refocusing my time and energy into something that I love and something that I have a passion for and something that I know my kids are hungry for, and that's theater. We're actually launching the school theater program tomorrow. I'm so excited. We have our first call-out meeting. Auditions are in like 2 weeks. Pray for my kids that they do well. I'm really excited about it. But this creative process of going through emotions and telling a story is something that makes me really happy. Same with music. Teaching it in terms of a classroom setting or teaching it in terms of an art. In my piano class, some of the kids who have been having a rough time are really starting to get it. And you can just see them light up. They're like, holy crap, I can do this. This is so awesome. In my choir, we learn the notes and then we get into the artistry of these pieces. Why We Sing is our big choral ending. And it's all the reasons why we sing and why we sing for each other. And teaching that art is great. So finding things that bring you joy. Other things that bring me joy. Charles Brenner from Manitowoc Minute, as a basically Wisconsinite. Lizzo is my girl. Vine compilations, Fail Army, things that can kind of diffuse an anxious situation. My husband and I came home last night and we were both really tense and stressed out. We just told each other bad jokes for like 20 minutes. Laughter. The other part of the laughter I want to talk about is laughing at yourself. Now, this is a really hard ability to have and a really thin line to walk because there is actual lightheartedness, letting it go, and then there's self-deprecating humor. Self-deprecating humor, while can be a decent coping mechanism, is not the best because you end up putting yourself down in the process. But if you've accepted these things and you're just like, it's part of your personality, one of the jokes I have, and this is not to be offensive, is that my husband calls me crazy people flypaper. Because I'm very open and honest about my struggles and everything I go through. And because of that, a lot of people open up to me. And he's like, how do you find these people? You are like crazy people flypaper. And I'm sure I've talked about this. People with mental illness are not crazy. But it's just one of those funny jokes, or how, like, I'm a tornado and how I have a hard time saying no. Walking the line where that's funny as opposed to self-deprecating. But learning to laugh at yourself, I'm the world's biggest klutz. And before I learned to cope with this anxiety, that would have just eaten me inside. Absolutely ruined me. But now I fall on my face and I'm like, stuck the landing. And my kids laugh. It's trying to find little moments that even though things might not be great and you may be terrified of the future, finding some way to laugh is going to be huge for you. Whether it's a person, whether it's music, whether it's a Vine compilation, laughing to have something that brings you joy, to get you through the day, as well as the joy of knowing it'll be over soon, as well as the joy of you're making progress. From Trust in the Chaos, this is Therese Hartz. Have a great, great day and laugh a little bit, okay? Bye.